And they're off. Now at least I have the right one up, right? Perfect. Okay. So into Endgames we go. Okay, so for those of you who are new to the Endgames, okay, there has been 4 previous episodes of our basic Endgame lessons, okay? So if you miss them, you can catch them here. Let me do it for you. There. So you can check out our YouTube channel. And if you check out our YouTube channel, you will be able to see the previous episodes of the basic Endgames. Okay. That's very true, Mar. That's very, very true. But then again, if you want to be a GM, you need to breathe everything. You need to inhale chess pieces like a crazy person. Okay, so we have been dealing with multiple different ways of when and how you can try and win with 2 pawns versus 1. Okay, there's a lot of situations where, of course, if we have a protected pass pawn, it's 90% of the time, 95% of the time, it's probably winning, right? But when the pawns are backward, things could still get a little tricky. Okay. So that is, the thing that we have to be a little bit careful of. So here we have a situation. Okay. So it is white to play, right? I think it is white to play. Okay. The problem is super speed. Okay. Is that if you play g4, right? How are you planning on continuing in the game here? So things still get a little bit tricky here. Oh, yeah. My bad. I can do it myself now even more. Yeah. There we go. Beat you to it, more. Beat you to it. So, okay. Okay, wait. Super speed. Let me just get up here and take the pawn. You want to go to the pawn and you want to take the pawn. Okay, so let's look at it. Let's look at g4. Okay, let's throw it into the mix, right? So I go here. And now what? Are you going to run around? Is your plan to run around here? Is this what you're planning? Because I'm not going to make your life easy for you. Mr. Super Speed, I'm not going to make your life easy for you, okay? I'm going to keep the opposition. Sorry, there. So I'm not going to make this easy for you. F5 is not good, by the way. F5 is not going to help you at all. Because you don't have this move. It's not going to help you. Because remember, it's not a pawn that you can win with. Okay? It's not a pawn that you can win with, this one. Now, if you want to go this way around again, I can come in here, I hope. Or am I too slow now? Did I screw this up? No, I think it's okay. Perfectly fine. It's too slow. You don't have the time for this. It's not. You don't actually make it. I can come back. I can come back around. Whoop. I can sneak around again. Because of course, in this situation, you don't have a J file. Okay, or you don't have the next file. You don't have enough space to run around. You see. And again, if you try and run this way around, I can just block you out again on these squares here. Exactly. Go back to, and not F5. Okay, but if you don't play F5, what are you going to play then? Denyon, we will get to F5 move 1. Okay, we will get to it. The trick is that black can just keep the opposition. If you play here, you give yourself a backward pawn, and it doesn't actually work. Okay, and now of course I just hold everything. If you play here, 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 I can play here. Yeah, you're right. G5 doesn't work. G5 doesn't work. I just take, and of course, you're not in front of your pawn, so you only have one rule. Okay, king here, and that's a draw. Yeah, you can try, of course. What do you want to do? You want to play... Sorry, here you want to play what? King d4, king e5, king e3, I play here. King e4, I play king e6. So I can do the same thing, super speed. Yes, exactly. Hey, Sweet Tooth. The original position starts like this, Sweet Tooth. Welcome to the show, by the way, Sweet Tooth. If you guys are new to the show and you're not following us on Twitch, come and give us a follow on Twitch. We would be very, very much appreciated. So this is the original position. So g4, the problem is now that the king can hold the opposition everywhere. Okay, this is the problem. No, you can't. So Stuffed Pink Owl, good that you asked that question, Stuffed Pink Owl. So after this situation that you ask about, f5 here, now you take a position here, you can't get here, Stuffed Owl. Okay, if you go here, I can go here again. Now if you go around, remember, it's a backward pawn, so you don't actually win. You can lose this. Sweet Tooth, don't worry about it. This is still fairly basic endgame stuff, okay? Perfect. So again, if you try and run around now, then you're a bit too slow. And you'll end up losing this. Okay. End up losing this as white. And the pawn is running, right? Okay, so f5 on move 1. Okay, so we'll get back to it. Let's go all the way back. Okay, so f5 on move 1. Perfect. Okay. Now, the problem with f5, sorry, let me just, sorry, f5, is that I just play here anyway, Denyan. So now, Denyan, you have to play g4, and again, there is no way for you to actually break through here. You get here, I go here, you go here, I go here. And again, it's still a draw because you don't have your king in front of the pawn. So even if you trade off this pawn, it's still a draw. So now we have the same issue here as we had before, where as soon as the pawns are fixed, you can't actually win this. Okay. As soon as the pawns are fixed and you have the backward pawn, you cannot win this. Because this endgame is still draw as well. Bloop. Nice and easy. Okay. So, yeah, Z-Fox, this is still just a draw. It's you know, even if you had opposition here as white, it's still a draw because the king could go here. Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't even matter if you don't have opposition. I'll be nice and I'll give you opposition here. Okay. I'll be very nice and give you opposition here. Let's just do this right. There. You have opposition. Okay? Opposition for you, Z-Fox? You have it. But I can still go here. Okay. So that is the problem here. Okay? Because now all you can really do is push here, right? And I go back, and of course, eventually this is the draw. Okay. Yeah, if we go back to the original position here, after f6, of course, I just stay in front of your pawn and I stay here. Now, if you take, I take opposition. That's the important part about this, Z-Fox. If you missed episode 1, we dealt with all of this stuff, Z-Fox. So if you missed it, you can go check out episode 1 in our YouTube channel. Okay, so now we go all the way back. Okay, so f5 just draws because you end up getting the 2 pawns here, and the backward pawn cannot win. Okay, cool. So you want to go king h2. Let's try something. Okay, if king h2 gets played, then I play here. So again, I'm trying to keep the opposition here, super speed. Trying to keep the opposition here. Hello there, Mr. Elnoth. How are you, Elnoth? So again, I just point out to you guys, if you're new to the show, if you're watching from Lichess right now, do us a big favor and just click on the red text underneath the video that says twitch.tv/chessdoctors. Click on that and come and give us a follow on Twitch. Exactly, Stuffed Al. That is exactly correct. No. You don't have to play G4. You don't have to play G4 on move 1. G4 is bad as well on move 1. Because G4 will force your pawns to go to these squares again. And that's what you're trying to avoid here. By the way, I just want to see this in my head. We could probably even, if you play King H2, by the way, you could probably even play F5. I'm just pointing it out, super speed. Because if you go here again, I go here, you go here, I go here. So I have the same position, except the pawn is even further up, you know. Hello there, Gold Lish King. Hey, Gold Lish King. Nice. New names. I like the new names, guys. I like the new names. Okay, so I like what Z-Fox is saying. Let's try King G2. Interesting. That's the most interesting move, by the way, is King G2. Okay. And after King G2, we have to play accurately for white, for black. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So King G2, right? We still just go. We could play F5, by the way. We could play F5, I think. Or can we? So let's have a look here. So F5. King goes to F3. King goes here. King here. King here. King here. And now you're lost. You see? Ooh. Hello there. Le Petit Melon. So we figured that is a very apt one for subscribers. So subscribers, technically you count as a nurse, a very sexy hot nurse, so we love you. Could you guys hear all that at least? Is the sound working now or not? Because I keep on forgetting to check. Platon, thanks for the follow there. Le Petit Melon, if you're not following us on Twitch yet, do that as well, okay? Yeah. This is lost, right? So that is why F5 here, if King G2 here would be bad. F5, I mean, would be bad. Okay, so F5 is bad. Okay, so that would definitely be bad. But what if I go King G4 here? Again, Z-Fox, it doesn't matter if you lose one of your pawns. There we go.
The force will
okay,
be with you.
So the sound is on.
Always.
But it is quite quiet, isn't it? I wonder why. It's quite soft. Okay, I've turned it louder. Okay, so after King G2, we go King G4. Okay. So John, yeah, sexy male nurse, exactly. Stuff Bengal, you know it, baby. Hell yeah. So King F2 you want to play, huh? If King F2, by the way, okay, it's a tricky situation, right? If King F2, I have to be careful. If King F2, okay, then I go King F5. Yeah, Sweet Tooth, this is a lot of things about opposition here. It's all about opposition here, yes. If you go here, by the way, now we're probably lost, right? So this is starting to look bad here. So after this move, what do we play as white? As black, I mean, after King F2, sorry. I understood what you meant, Alnoth. You meant King to F3, I'm sure. Funny enough, Yifan, it's actually not winning for white. It's actually not. So what does black play after king f2? That is the question. What does black play? Ooh, I like the idea, Denyan. King h3 is interesting, right? The point now is, of course, that we can attack these pawns from behind. Exactly, exactly. So now if you go king here, then f5. but, you have to still be careful of stuff, right? Okay? You still have to be careful of stuff here. Is this enough? Is this enough to draw with? So let's say king goes here. I guess we can just go here, right? But then, of course, this doesn't work because of, you know, shoving all the way down. Exactly. And now here, here. So we just hold the draw. Okay, perfect. So king h3 is the trick that you play against king f2. So against king f2, sorry, go on. King f2, we play king h3, yes. Correct. Excellent. Okay, well spotted. So what about king h2? King h2 is now the only other funky option we can try here. Okay? Hello, Stashin. Yeah, it's just, yeah, black holds the draw, yeah. And black holds the draw with some clever opposition usage here. So after king h2, how do we play now, though? Because now if we go here, king will take h3 as a opposition. So what do we do now as black? So you cannot play here. Yeah, king h5 loses. King h5 just loses because of this now. Because now, remember that if you play f5... Oh, wait, no, it's okay, isn't it? It should be okay, isn't it? King h5? What do we play against king h5 then instead? So, sorry, king h5? If we go king h3, then if he just plays f5, then what? Seems to be good enough, right? Seems to be okay. Ah, I like it. I like that somebody is saying king g1. Excellent move. So yeah, so after king h5, we go king g1. Very nice. Very nice. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Estashen. Well done. Okay. So king g1, now you can't take the opposition. Yeah, losing is okay. Losing is fine. Well, what does black play now? Because black cannot play here now. This is risky. Okay? Exactly, Stuff Pinkal. Yes, exactly, Stuff Pinkal. You're completely correct. So if you play f5 now, then I can play king f1. Okay. Because now I take virtual opposition, right? So we take a very, very kinky different type of opposition here. If you go king in here, now I play here, you go king here, I play here, and now you have to go backwards. And if you go backwards, you're just too slow, right? Here, 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 and here. Okay. So if you go king g4, by the way, Denyan, if you go king g4 here, then I take opposition. And the point is my king's going to go here and take opposition this way and be able to run here. Okay. So now if you go back here, I go here. Do I? Ah, okay, maybe. Yeah? I'm still odd about this, isn't it, huh? It looks okay. Because as you guys point out, oh, I see. Now if you play f5, by the way, so king f3, if you play f5 now, no, it's not necessarily still a draw here. Now I play king here again. This is it. This is it. Okay. So now you have the problem that you cannot come forward, otherwise I go here. So if you come forward, I play here, king goes here, I go here, you go back, and I go around. I'm too quick now. So now I go here. So if you can't play king g4 here, then you have to go back, and I have the same thing. So this loses. This is lost now for you. If f5 straight away, then I just play king f2. Then you go here, I go here. Now you have to go back again, and I play the same thing. So every single time, my idea is to play king f3 when your king is here, when you would have to go back, and then I can run around. Nice and easy. Because you don't have the time to catch up with me now. So, if you go here after king g1, there's no good move for you. Okay, so that's the idea. I want to put my king on f3 when you are here. And even if you have the opposition, like we pointed out here, sorry, let me just go back. Here. Even if you get the opposition, let's say even like this, doesn't matter. Here, you can't play here, of course, because of this, and then I just queen, so you're busted. So you have to go back, and again I take opposition, you have to go back, and I am too quick. Every time I'm too fast. So I just run around the whole time. So that is why king h5 will not work. Because king h5, after... king h2. So king h5 after here runs into that problem. You want to go to h3, not king h5. Oh, you want to go king h3. Okay. Here. When do you want to go king h3? So when? Okay, let's go back to the starting position. So king g2. Let's go all the way back to the starting position. King g2. So what? We got king g4, and he plays king h2. There we go. That's what I wanted. You cannot play king f3, of course, because then I'm just going to run up here, and eventually, of course, if you win this one, I win this one, and I push the pawn. So that'll lose. So after king h2, you cannot play here. You cannot play here. So that leaves us one square left. Okay. King g2, king g4, king g1. Z-Fox, we can't go king g1. But you can. You can't do that. My king is on h2. How are you supposed to go to h3? You can't do that. That's impossible. Hello there, Slaughter. Welcome to the show, Slaughter. So the problem, your king can never get to h3. When was your king supposed to get to h3? Z-Fox. King g2, king g4, king h2. Now you can't go to h3. Now your king has to go backwards, and then you can't go to h3 either, because your king will not be able to get there. So no. So in this case, by the way, the only way for black to continue is to play king f5. Very interesting situation now. Because now, if white tries to do anything funky, yeah, Z-Fox, I understand, it's okay. So if white tries to do something funky, like let's say we go here as white, okay, then we can play around now. Because you're too slow. If you go here, I go here. Is this still okay? Crap, I have to make sure about my stuff now, huh? That's the losers, right? That's the losers. Okay. So what do we play after king h3 here? See if you guys can spot the newbie here. After king h3, what do we play? Slaughter, do us a big favor and give us a follow on Twitch. So if you're watching from Lee Chess right now, you can come and give us a follow on Twitch by just clicking on the red text underneath the video. That cheered horn depends on which position you're talking about. No, king e4 is bad. King e4 is terrible because this just wins for white. Okay, this is too slow. This wins for white. If you go f5, I just play here because now you can't hold on to the pawn and you will just lose. There we go, Ifan, king g6, exactly. Because if you take opposition now, I can play f5 check. Sucker. And if you go here, I have the opposition again. You go here, I take the opposition. You go back, I don't go in here, I go king g6. Just keeping the opposition, okay? Keeping the opposition. So if you come forward, I take it. If you go this way, I can just play here. Yes, Estashin, exactly. So I can just keep the opposition here. Not much you can do about it. You can even play here now. If you go forward, I play here. So yes, we drop back to g6, and it's important to have that resource to drop back to g6, okay? Very important to have that resource. If we're going to play, obviously, the move f5. Okay, so now we try one more little sneaky attempt here. Here, instead, we go king g1. Trying to be really, really tricksy here. What does black play now? Now, again, remember, if you go here, I'm going to go here, and you're going to be in trouble. So you're going to have to be very, very careful of that. Well, okay, I guess, sorry, if you go king here, I guess if you go here, I just go back again, right? So it's okay, because that's where we were. Right? Okay. But if you go here now, then maybe king f2. And then, of course, we're screwing up your position again. This is the problem. So if you go king g4 now, I go king f2. And I get to take the opposition at the right time here. So if you go here, I go here, and you're lost. Okay? If you go here, I go here, and you're in trouble because I go here. Exactly. So Hifan, you're right. So after king g1, you go king e6. Very, very weird, right? So we dance around these squares properly here. He goes king f2, and now you can play f5 still, because you're still in time to block everything. Cover all the squares, right? So king goes to e3, here, 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 here. He can't run around because otherwise you obviously get there too quickly. Okay, just an example. This would be terrible because now you lose as white. Okay, so yeah, you go back to e6, and of course now you can push the pawn here because he cannot get around. He can't get any opposition situations where your king is stuck in the wrong place, as we showed in all the variations. Okay, so quite a tricky position here, but black can actually hold this. It's a tough one, but black can actually hold this by playing very, very cleverly. By not committing the f-pawn unless he can get the opposition, and by not going into the forward square where you can allow your opponent to get the opposition. That would be a freaking disaster. It would be a disaster. Okay, I'm lagging like crazy. I apologize. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So it that I'm still lagging a bit. Just give me a second here. Come on. It's okay. Don't freak out now. Poor computer is overloading here. Okay, so let's go into the next one. we move on to some easier things here, where we are going to introduce bars rule. Okay, hopefully I get time to do it. So this is not a bars rule situation. This is a funky triangulation situation. Triangulation situation. Okay, kids. Okay. So we're gonna do a little bit of triangulation. Okay. Just remember that we don't like draws. Okay. Draws are bad. Draws are really bad, kids. Okay. So don't do draws. So here we have a situation, right, where it is white to move. If it was black to move, black would lose easily, right? Black would have to go backwards, blah, 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 whatever, which way. And we go here, we take the pawn, and we come back. We have 2 pawns. Simple. But it is white to play. So what white wants to do in this situation is use triangulation. Okay, that means 3 squares like that, right? Look, okay? Use triangulation to get into a situation where it would be this exact position except black to move. Okay. So you can't go to d6, that would be cheating. But okay, that's a nice try there, John Linus. I'm assuming you say king d5. So the point here, okay, is that the king can never get stuck on this square when we get here. Okay, because the problem is as soon as he goes here and we come forward, or he goes here and we come forward, he's busted.
Always.
It just sounds softer to me now. What did I do wrong? That was very soft, wasn't it? Okay, so yeah, there we go, sweet tooth, exactly. So we have this lovely little triangulation problem, right? So the point just is for you to note here that at any given time when he goes to these 2 squares, if you can play here or here, right, then you win. Okay, because then of course the king would have to go here, you play the pawn, the king would have to come out, and you can go here and queen. Okay. So we use triangulation by going king d5. Now the king goes to c8. Okay, perfect. Now, of course, if we go forward, he's still okay. Because now, of course, we cannot win anymore because it's a draw. Okay. We need that position when his king is on this square. So we just go king d4. Now note, if he comes forward, we go here. It's his move. He loses. Easy. As an example, there, king moves back. We go here. King goes here. We just take the pawn. Now we have 2 pawns, very easy to win, blah, whatever, blah. Okay, and it's GG. Simple. Okay, but he's obviously not going to make our lives easy. So now, of course, if he goes here or here, we can't go here or here with our king, right? Yeah, it's a cool trick, yeah. So now we go king, he goes king here, taking the opposition. We go king c4. Okay. So we used this square, this one, and this one. We leave c5. We only want to go to c5 if his king goes to c7. Okay. So king c4. Now the king has to go to c8 again. Okay. It's the only square, right? Because he can't go here. If he goes here, we just go king c5. Nice and simple. So we just dance around the 3 squares that are next to c5. So now the king goes to c5, c8, and we go king d5. Now the problem is if he goes here or here, we can go to d6, which of course we now know wins. So now if he goes king c7, we go king c5, and of course we just have a winning endgame, king b6. Now just as a funky little try here, king d8, king d6, king goes to c8, c7, king here, king d7, and king a7. So last little trick here for black. How do we play this for white? What do we play for white here? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Yeah, he's like, come on, come on, come on, queen, go, go, go. I want to try and sucker you and stalemate survival tactics. Yeah, so you can just go king c6. You can go king c6 as well. King c6 also, he goes here, and of course you just mate. Bam. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's it. Well done, boys. Well done. So again, I just point out to all of you guys, to the new guys, Sub Whistle, thanks for the follow there, by the way, Sub Whistle. I missed it. I apologize. Come and say hi in the chat there, Sub Whistle. For people like that Chirth Horn, and there was someone else as well earlier, come and give us a follow on Twitch. We would be very appreciative. Okay. So the other thing, by the way, you could do as well is you could promote for a rook. That would also win. Hi, Sub Whistle. Good to have you on board, man. So yeah, if of course you didn't have that king move, you could just promote for a rook as well. This would still win fairly quickly. Check. King goes here, here. King goes here, here. King goes here. Blub. And mate. So that would also work. Little cool one. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's a nice little triangulation trick where we want the exact same position with black to move. Then we want to get to this position when he gets here, right? So we dance around the c5 square by using that. Yeah, we can see it, Lava Lamp. We can definitely see it. Sub Whistle. Troll. Nope, can't see shit, Lava Lamp. Can't see anything you're saying. I don't know who you are. Who's this Lava Lamp you're talking about? I don't know. I don't know anything. Sup, Lava Lamp? If you're new to the channel, come and give me a follow on Twitch. Would be very, very much appreciated, sir. Okay, so next one. I think I just show this, obviously, when it's black to play. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so here we have a tough situation again. We're going to look at this from white's point of view. Oh, okay, Slaughter. Thank you, Slaughter. I wasn't sure if you were new or not. I apologize. Thanks for the follow then, if you are following the channel, of course. Okay. So here, right, we want to look at it from white's perspective, because white actually has a really, really cool idea of drawing here. Okay. The only thing white wants to avoid, by the way, that white wants to avoid here is being able to not give black opposition on f4. So white does not want this to happen. This is the only thing white does not want to happen. Lava Lamp, thank you for the follow.
Always.
Okay. Sound is still quite soft though, huh? So I guess I can go up that bad boy. I'll go and fix it on stream labels later. Thanks for the follow, Lava Lamp. Welcome to the hospital, right? If you subscribe, then you become an honorary nurse. Oh, I love it. Love it. So that is what we want to avoid. We want to avoid giving king f4 opposition. If we can avoid that, then we should be okay here for white. Tricky, tricky situation. Okay. So white goes. It's white to play. White to play. No, h4 is terrible. Why the hell would you play h4? h4 is disgustingly terrible. Why? I would just take it. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're so kind. I love it. That would just be terrible. Huh? That would just be disgusting. Now what? He's losing. Oh no. h4 is stupid. Come on, guys. No, don't be stupid now. Don't do it. Don't do it, children. Don't do it. If he takes you, he wins. So, no, that would be terrible. Okay. That would just be disgusting. And h3 is also bad because, of course, you can have the same situation. If you play h3, I play here. And now I can use this pawn as a decoy. In which case you lose. Or I play here first, I guess. Whatever. You play here. I play here. You play here. Okay, maybe I should play this correct. Let's just check. So if you play h3 first, let's just see it. I want to see it in my head. No, if you play h3, I play h5. There we go, there we go. I had to find this correctly first. I had to find this correctly first, yeah. Now, yeah, here, and then check, and then here, right? Okay. The problem becomes now that, of course, now I can just run around. You see? You see the problem? And of course, this is very easy. I'm just gonna come up the board, sneakily run. And we have that exact same position as we had before, just the tables have flipped. Okay, so h3 runs into h5, h4, which is bad. You do not want to push your pawn. Keep your pawn as far back as possible. So we can't play here, because this will help him as well. Okay, you can't play here, because this will help him as well. You can't play h4, you can't play h3. What does that, and you can't play king f2, because then king f4 and you lose. So what does that leave for white? This is why I say it's a very, very strange opposition taking game, this one. Very, very weird position here. If, by the way, he goes here, 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 it takes him too long, because then you can go, 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 and go. Okay. So that's why you leave your pawn as far back as possible, because then he cannot win the pawn by going that route. King g2 runs into king g4, unfortunately. Floyd Mayweather. King e3 runs a little bit too far away, possibly as well. We have to be careful. King e3, king g4, and now what? Ifan, king g3 is bad because of the following. Okay, I'll show you. King g3, I go h5. Now what? I guess we could go here, maybe? It's a Mipasor. Okay, king f3, h4. Now remember, if you ever go to f2, I take f4 and you're screwed. So don't let that happen. And now, by the way, I'm much closer with my pawn. This is the Mepasor. You see, so now you're in trouble again, because after h4, what now? King e3 now, then king up. Okay, Mepasor, I got it, I got it. I will never ever forget again. I promise you, Mepasor. I promise you. This is a Loner Druid guarantee, yo. You see, now the problem is I can just go after your pawn, because your king has to run too far away to go and save this one. And you still can't go here because of this. Then you're in trouble. You're in the poo-poos. King f2, king f4. Once I get the opposition, you're in trouble. Because if you go here, I go here. Right? So now what do you do? So you could run yourself into a lot of trouble here. You want to go h3 again. h3 loses very quickly. h3 loses very quickly because again I can just play this. Oh, sorry, I can't play there, but I can just run around now. You see? I can just run around now again, shuffle the pawn, shuffle the king, shuffle the pawn, and eventually get my king here and win the game. As soon as you play h3 with my pawn here, you lose. It's game over. So, okay, so h4, you want to go here, king e2, you're saying. And now if I just go for your pawn, oopsie, game over. So that's not going to go down very well. So after this move, you're in trouble now. If you go here, you lose. If you go here, you lose. So you're just in fat trouble now. You see the problem here. Because if the king goes too far away, my pawn gets closer, then I can go for this pawn and, of course, give up this one because I am quick to go. No! When black king was on f4. When... Okay. King on f4. What do you want to play? Okay, Denyon. Cheers. Good to see you, buddy. What, now you want to play h3? Because it's still lost. I can guarantee you that much. What? Play what do you want to play right now, you fun? Right now. You already played king f2. It's black's move. It's white's move now. It is white's move. What are you gonna play? King e2? Let me see it in my mind's eye again. Ooh, let's look at it. Mandrum! Thanks, Mandrum!
Always.
Cheers! Hi there, 0MK. Welcome to the show. Again, I just continuously remind you guys that if you guys are watching from Lee Chess right now, come and give us a follow on Twitch. King e2, you're trying to hold. If I go there, I'm just trying to see it all in my head now, right? I go here, you go there. If I just go king e4 now? Sorry. King e4? Yeah, I can never play h3. I agree. I cannot play h3. So if I go king e4 now, what then? What's your big game plan then? And here is what you will find the trick to be. So continue, please. White to play. Come on, white. Let's do this. Let's do it. He doesn't have to avalanche. The point is we want to get the pawn on h4. Okay? Okay, you go back to here. I play f4. Come. I'm ready. I'm good to go. I'm ready. I'm doing this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Come on. Let's do this. Oh, come on. Let's do this. King e2, you mean? Okay, thank you. Here, back, here. Ha ha! Oh, bad luck, buddy. GG. Oh, I win. Because I can put you in stalemate because you still have h3 as a move. Life sucks, doesn't it? No, this is losing. You lose. You're fun. You lose this. This is losing. If I get my king to e4, then I can just use the stalemate trick, but it's not stalemate because you can still move your pawn. So you lose the game. That's not good. You can never allow my king to get to f4 and then e4 because you lose. Because you have the extra tempo move, so you lose the game. Okay. So that is why this would be terrible for you to give me the opposition. Okay. So you cannot do that in this position. So that means you have no good moves. You can't go here, you can't go here, you can't go here, you can't go here. They all suck. Game's lost. Game over. Resign. GG. Just give it up, children. Just give it up. And of course, H3 just runs into the fact that I can now again run around, and get here and win your H3 pawn. So that is the problem. If the pawn is still here, then I can go put you in a stalemate situation where you can push the pawn. And then my king goes here, your king has to come out and you lose. So this is lost. Completely and utterly busted right now. Okay. So we go back. So that is why king G3 doesn't work. Everyone should be a winner. So there is an interesting rule here, Yifan. A very interesting rule here. Okay, first of all, okay, that means that this is crap, this is crap, this is crap, this is crap, and this is crap. And this is crap. Okay, so all of these moves suck, which leaves you with one move. You guys have tried every move now except for one. So what does that leave us with, my children? My precious me guy. Okay, kids. Okay. Come on now. Don't do draws, okay? Draws are bad. Is everybody blind? What's the only move white can play here? Yes. King E2. Okay, King E2. Okay, how does King E2 change the whole situation? Interesting question, right? Okay. Now, if he goes to G4, taking the opposition, oh no. Now you play King E3. Because now, again, if he goes here, you go, he takes, you take, and you're too quick to eat his pony. Okay. Hello there, Chess with Sean. Welcome. No, Yifan, you can't hold the draw. It's impossible to hold the draw after this variation. You want it here. Let's just get to a position right here. You want it here, 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 here. There, and then F4. How are you planning to draw? Yifan, how are you trying to draw this? Again, you cannot stay in front of the pawn, okay? Because I put you in stalemate and then your game over. It's draw. It's winning, okay? You can't play H3 because then, of course, I just play here, here, and here and eat your pawn. That's losing. So there's no way for you to hold the draw here as white. There's no good moves here. If you go here, I just go here. Okay? I mean, it's too slow, of course, for you to take this pawn because I just queen. So in this position, you're just completely lost. White has no way of surviving here. Okay. So in a situation like this, you're just completely lost. That's it. It's done. Okay. So just again, if you try and put in front, I just shimmy up the board all the way to here, and then of course I put you in stalemate, but it's not stalemate because you can play H3. Then of course my king goes here, your king has to come out, and of course I win. Okay, you can never play H3 because if you play H3, I get the pawn to here, and then my king just runs around and eats your pawn. Game over. That's it. Done. Okay, just in case you were wondering. So instead, he goes King E2. And now after King G4, he goes King E3. Because now he's just in time, obviously, to eat the pawn. So you can't go King H3. Now black again tries H5. Okay. Okay. Got this. Now, finally, we have a position where, note that the pawn is not here yet. Okay, the pawn is not on H4 yet. Now, we can play King F2. Okay, now if he takes opposition, we can just go King E2 again. Now if he goes King E4, Note that you have 2 moves with your pawn now, which is a massive difference here. Okay, a huge, huge difference here. Because, of course, if you now get to the stalemate position, how? Come on, dude. Like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't, you find it doesn't. It doesn't. I'll be nice. I'll go back for you. So we looked at this variation, right? So here, 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 there, 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 king here, here. Okay, king f2, king here, king goes back, king goes here. Again, all I do is I just force you back. You fun? I just force you back. All the way to here. Now it's zugzwang, right? But unfortunately, you have a pawn that can move. So it's not zugzwang. That is why you lose the game. It's because it's not, it's not stalemate. Because you have a pawn that can move. And you can never move the pawn earlier because then, of course, my pawn is not here yet. So my pawn goes here, I go here and take. Okay. So now you'd have to play here. And, of course, now your king has an escape square. So you lose. That's why you lose. Okay. So the interesting situation is after king e3 and h5, now you can go f2 because after the king goes to this square, okay, now there's a key element that you have to remember. Okay. In this situation where he has now taken opposition, your pawn is all the way back on its starting square and his pawns are on white squares. Okay. Especially his h5 pawn. If his h5 pawn is on a white square, your king wants to go to a white square. You need to stay on white squares. If his pawn was on h6 or on h4, you would need to go to a dark square. So I'll show you an example. King e2 now, king e4, king f2, and h4. So now the pawn is on h4. Now you want to go to a dark square. Okay? Just out of interest, if you try to go king d3 here, then of course white still has more than enough time to go for the pawn. Now you actually just win the, No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we can just run around, right? So you still have enough time to block in the king. Okay? That's always a very important thing. If we can block in the king when he takes our pawn, then it's a draw. Okay? So here, if he goes h4, it's important. Okay, here we can just play here, right? Goes f4, king here, f3, and we go to a dark square. This is the difference. From your position, this is a difference. Where white has the option of playing this. Here, king here, and if he goes f2, you play h3. Sneaky! Little cheapo there. And now, of course, you have no way to prevent this. Okay, if the pawn was on h5 with all of this, so let's say pawn here, 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 we would go to a white square. If the king goes here, king goes here, 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 now of course if he goes, we go, if he plays here, we play here, and now again it's still mate. If he plays king here, we play h4. Big difference now, of course, because now he does not have the time to get his king to g2. So now if he goes here, oh crap, we're just still in trouble, aren't we? Sorry. Here we would play h3, right? Yes, there we go. My bad. Need to find the correct moves all over the show, right? So yes, we could play h3 because if he plays h4, it's stalemate. Okay? And if he attacks your pawn, h3, if he attacks your pawn, you can play h4. That's a little sneaky trick here with keeping your pawn all the way back. So if he takes it, it's still a draw. And of course, what else? That's still a draw as well. So a very, very weird situation here of trying to hold the draw as white here. Complicated. But one of the interesting things here that you have to note in these positions is that if the pawn is on a white square, you're going to go to a white square. If the pawn is on a dark square, let's make it a different color, then you're going to go to a dark square. Okay. That is the cool little idea of trying to hold the draw here. tough one, right? These are very, very tough. I'm literally only going to do those 3. Okay, so I'm going to stop with the end games now. These are a little bit more complicated, okay? The next couple are, I'm just going to show you Barr's rule in the next episode, because Barr's rule is a little bit less complicated. And then from there, we're probably going to move on to some more basic other types of endgames, not just king and pawn endgames. Okay. Cool. So just give me a second here to